Bang, 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 bang. It's your boy Coach Bang with the Mud Hut Podcast first show. And it's brought to you by Peoria Martial Arts Forum, the Mud Warriors Training, KOK Boxing, Rich Habit Apparels, and the community near you. You know what I mean? And you know how my sayings go. Every picture starts with a dot, and it's up to you the way you draw them lines. And today, I decided to connect my line with this beautiful lady to the right of me, Miss Patricia Bryant. How you doing, Blessing?
What's up? What's up? How's it going? Blessed to be here.
Indeed.
Blessed to be in the
Indeed.
company of some good people.
Indeed,
So yeah.
Indeed. I'm enjoying myself already, Blessing, because I know how we gets down. We done got a lot of history. We done built a lot with each other, man. You've been around my music endeavors. You've been around the martial arts endeavors. So I'm just so happy to be able to sit down with you finally and get something going.
For sure.
Indeed. And since our little history run and over the years, you most definitely done did a lot, and you actually expanded your entrepreneurship. And I want to get into that right away, ma'am. I want to get right into that. Name some of the companies and different things you're connected to right now, Miss Bryant.
Well, in the beginning, of course, we've got history. We go way back.
Indeed.
So in the beginning was Pitch Black Publication.
Yes,
many of you probably know. I put out a publication, a smaller kind of a jet magazine.
That's what I used to call it.
And that's what it was. The first magazine was Pitch Black Magazine. It hit the streets in 2010, 2011.
Yes.
Set out about maybe 3,000 copies. And it was just that. It was for the community. It was something so that we can be informed about what was happening in the community, what was happening on the music scene. And I think that's what we linked up at. On the music scene, what was happening in the community. Jahan Gordon, when she first came into office, Jahan Gordon Booth, when she first came into office. It was just basically how we can be able to be informed of what's happening in the community and what's happening. So that was years and years and ages ago.
Indeed.
Since then, my endeavors have gone into doing some little entrepreneurship, doing some business consulting.
Okay.
But the latest project in which I am so proud of, it is Legacy Park.
Yes.
Legacy Park, yes, that is my baby now. How Legacy Park kind of got started was about 3 years ago. We were coming out of the pandemic.
Okay.
And everyone was socially distancing, but yet and still people wanted to get out and kind of, meet up in their community.
Yeah.
So took some vacant land that had been vacant for maybe over 12, 13 years on Peoria's south end.
Yeah.
And took that land, and the concept was from, I'm a Mississippi, I'm a Southern girl.
Okay, so you're right.
Born and raised in the South.
Okay.
So I'm so used to being outside and in nature. And so it's like, how can we still adhere to the COVID restrictions and still be able to come together as a community? And that was the form of Legacy Park, and that's the birth of it. Okay. The name in itself was just that. It is, how do we leave a legacy for the next generation? I think that's what we need to start focusing on, is how do we be able to leave something for our future generation?
Right.
And so knowing several small business owners, looking at the plight of entrepreneurship and how to get started,
Indeed, Blessing.
and having that property or that space available for entrepreneurs to be able to come up, it's hard.
Yes.
Starting a business,
yes.
And there's overhead, there's marketing, you have to do brick and mortar. It's so much.
It's true.
But for a small fee, you can come there. You can set up shop, you can sell, whatever your endeavors are, whatever you're trying to start a business with, we want to be able to provide that space for you.
Right.
And in that formed a community of individuals who came together. We ate together, there was fellowship. And it was so popular. Shout out to one of the greatest promoters and promoters here in Peoria, Tony Stuckey, who helped fund it with me and doing Taste of the Hood.
Yeah.
And so it just kind of picked up from that. And now we've gone over into Soul Food Sundays.
Okay.
Have some great vendors, excellent food.
Indeed.
Oh my God, it is so much that is
Indeed.
happening
That's
at
beautiful.
Legacy Park, and just extending that to entrepreneurs so that they can have that opportunity and that space to be able to come down and connect with other businesses, connect with new clients. It's just a great thing that we're doing at Legacy Park. So,
like I said, one of my biggest mottos that I stand on and try to let other people understand that motto as well is every picture starts with the dot, and that just means the smallest person to the smallest idea. But you got to connect those dots. You got to connect
of course,
those dots.
mandatory.
And it sounded like Legacy Park is a dot that we need to connect ourselves to. If you haven't connected yourself to it, you need to get involved. So while we stuck on Legacy Park, could you break down how did you go about coming across that land though, and actually purchasing it to be able to do what you're doing with that land? That's something that I know a lot of people done drove past signs and seen it and thought like, man, I would like to do something with that, but I don't think I got the magnitude or the brain power to put the idea together. So how did you come across that?
Shout out to the mayor, Rita Ali. She is an awesome individual.
Indeed.
So glad that she is in place and helping to move Peoria forward.
Yes, ma'am.
First and foremost, the city, especially the South End. A lot of people sleep on the South End.
Yeah,
a lot of people are sleep on the South End. Again, that property had been available, vacant for years. Wow. And when I would drive past it, I saw a vision behind it. And I said, you contact the city. They'll be able to tell you how to be able to purchase vacant land. And it was a simple process. I really wasn't out of much, but I saw something bigger. I saw something potentially that could be greater. And that's what a lot of entrepreneurs do. Yep. You can see a vision, and that's all I saw. I just saw a vision to be able to help individuals get ahead just like I did. No one helped me. I had to learn everything, blood, sweat, and tears, all on my own, no support, the whole nine. So Legacy Park is special to me because I want to use that platform to be able to help other individuals get ahead. It is so hard. Yes. Along with the business consultant, especially doing things like this, I got a couple people we got to bring on this show so that we can be able to get them out and get that exposure that they need.
It's true.
I think this is a great platform, and especially shout out to what you're doing.
Thank you.
And Jess, we want to be able to help each other. It's a community. Exactly. Like you said, again, connect those dots and put everything together. And that's all it does. That's what we can do it.
And man, speaking again on connecting those dots, that's something that's always been in the forefront of your movement.
Yes.
With you coming out with the publication. How long was you in publication, or was that year that you brought that out to the forefront? Was that your first initial year?
No, in fact, the printed side of it was the initial year. I started years before that.
Okay.
I have a not-for-profit organization called Connecting Bridges.
Oh, look at that. More connections, baby. That's what we're talking about, baby. That's what we're talking about.
Connecting Bridges is exactly what it was. So I started off in marketing. I have a degree in marketing and public relations.
Okay.
So I looked at the issues that small business owners were having. It's getting that information out, getting that material out, and it led into how is it tangible? How can you see this? This was before the age of Facebook and Twitter and everything being online. It's like, how do you get your business out? How do you tell people about what you're doing? And at the time, print publication was it. Yeah. A printed version of Facebook, so to speak.
Indeed.
And so that was the birth of Pitch Black Publication, was so that we can get this material out. How do we put this in the hands of the consumers? And at the time, Peoria really didn't have a movement as far as getting that material out to individuals. So that was the birth of Pitch Black Publications and Pitch Black Magazine. So all started there.
So you'll say, about 15, 20 years in the game?
About maybe about 20 years in the game.
That's beautiful.
Because a lot of people don't know I started out in radio.
Right, okay.
I started out in radio. Shout out to DJ Captain. It was B92.
Show you right.
There you go. Yeah, you remember, see? It was B92.
Not the B92,
It was B92.
Most definitely was. That was the thing.
I had the opportunity to work with some great individuals. I was in sales. I did on-air personality. We did promotional stuff. So this was like way back. It's like 25 years now. In the making.
Now we getting up in them numbers. All right, now we're going to cut it off. All right.
Now we showing our age.
Show you right.
You've been doing this for how long now?
Oh, since really 97. Over 25 years. Yeah, I moved here in 97.
That's a blessing.
By way of Mississippi.
Yep, you should.
Shout out to my Mississippi folks.
Mississippi.
Don't ever give up.
Don't give
up. She said 20-some years, yo.
That's
yeah,
true.
and the thing about it is how I use my success or that of is learn from someone else's mistakes.
Indeed.
I got enough of them.
Indeed.
I got enough of businesses that have succeeded and failed. And people will look at you and be like, okay, well, you're not where you should be at. Then here's the thing, learn from my mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
Learn from the things that people have. Oh, and then say, okay, you know what? I'm not going to go that route. I'm going to go another route.
Yep.
So when you look at it and say, well, you're not successful. My successes are measured in my failures because I can now tell you what not to do.
Indeed.
So,
I always speak on that, man, because I remember a famous guy, I ain't going to mention his name, but he told me, he said in one of his little interviews that a broke person couldn't teach him nothing. And I was like, man, well, that broke person just taught you the best lessons, and that's
there
not
you
to
go.
be broke.
There you
so,
go.
if you learned that, you know what I mean? He actually is a great teacher.
There you go.
So, we all are messages, that's for sure. And about the mistakes, I deal with kids on outside of the podcast. I do behavior development, and that's one of the things I try to stress them. Like, you heard the saying, don't make the same mistake twice. It doesn't mean you individually making that mistake twice. It means don't make the same mistake twice. So if that person fell in that hole in front of you, you might want to walk around it.
There you go.
Just do a slight difference. So most definitely,
Exactly.
that's being an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
That's most definitely being an entrepreneur. So at Legacy Park, since we're gonna focus on that, I see the sweater.
Oh, for sure.
I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it.
I got merch coming out soon.
I'll show you, right?
People been on me. It's like, when you gonna get some merch out? It's like, man, woo.
Yeah, it's coming.
It's coming.
True.
So
it takes time for all
there you
flowers to
go.
grow.
There
Most
you
definitely.
go.
But we talked prior to the podcast that you already had some things in the works for Legacy Park, and one of the events that you was you stressed on was the 420 event. What inspired you to do a 420 event, and is that just the name 420, or is this connected to something?
It's just the name for now.
Okay.
It is. We're working on our opening season, and so what better way than to kind of collaborate with individuals in the community, and just putting that event out, looking for sponsors and individuals that want to come down and be the vendor event. But again, it's just a way to be able to bring people in together in the community. Just to be able to get your products and information out. It's just our opening season. So we're looking at that date, and it just so happened it coincides with 420.
Yeah.
So we're just all going to put that together and see. It's a lot of events are coming up for Legacy Park, and what I would love to do is to be able to put a 3 to 4 month calendar out so people can know in advance, so they can plan their events around their activities around what's happening at Legacy Park. Legacy Park is a family-oriented place and a spot. It is available for rentals, private events, public events.
Indeed.
Oh, definitely. And one of the biggest events that I am really looking forward to, and I'm looking to collaborate with individuals too, it is, we're looking to do a summer, all-white, elegant white picnic. Oh my goodness.
Okay.
And it's going to be a very sophisticated all-white picnic, and I'm looking forward to it.
Yes.
So I'm looking for individuals to collaborate with.
Amazing.
and just have a great time. We need something different.
Yes, ma'am.
You know,
Yes,
instead
we
of
do.
the old club scenes.
Oh, there you go.
And I don't know about y'all.
Yeah,
but
but
I'm-
I don't even try to be out there too much no more.
So to be able to come together and just have fun,
Yep.
you know,
That's what it's all about.
And
good
putting the
food,
community
good
front in the
comedy.
forefront.
Yeah, of course,
I mean,
mandatory.
like, nothing against the clubs, but with the clubs, it's,
True.
you really don't think about putting the community in the forefront.
Right.
We just giving you an outlet to release something.
Yeah,
but when
there you go.
when we speak on the Legacy Park and you bringing these events and these vendors in, it's really sound like you putting your community in the forefront, and that's something that we, especially right now in the time we in, that's something we really need to focus on, is putting the community in the forefront, making the community important, and that's what's going to clean up the community.
Exactly, especially on Peoria South End, because I remember when I first did it, and I kind of posted a few photos of the place and how it looked, and people were hitting me up like, "Where is this located?" I gave them the address, 1507 Adrian G. Hinton. What part of Peoria? It's on the south end. That's not the south end. Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
It really is at the heart of the south end.
Yeah.
And to me, I think the location of it is great because it's right around the corner from your home.
Yep.
You don't have to travel and go to an unfamiliar setting, because a lot of times that I've noticed that the entrepreneurs and the small business owners and the vendors feel more comfortable because this is the community that you grew up in.
Yep.
This is a community that your products and services relate to mom and pop down the street.
Right.
You're not going, not to have anything to do with the individuals and the heights and all of that kind of stuff. That's great. But this was a community, and everyone came together and said, you know what? I didn't know you did that.
Indeed.
And from that, individuals gained new customers. They reconnected with people that they haven't seen before.
Right.
And it's just a great event to be able to be a part of. And so I definitely want to encourage individuals to get in contact with us, to find out how you can be able to get out and get your products and services. Because how I look at it is, if you had 10 customers and you had 10 customers and I had 10 customers, that's potential 20 new customers for you,
Yep.
Yes.
20 new for me, and 20 new for you.
Indeed.
Because we're
Yes.
all sharing that that customer base.
Yep.
And when you've got people, and I'm telling you, Peoria got some great cooks.
Yeah, yes, they do.
Oh,
That's
my
they,
goodness.
They most definitely can whip it up.
Shout out to those individuals because they have brought some extraordinary cuisine to Peoria, and especially on the south end. And I have given an invite to the mayor. I had a meeting with her over the summer about what Legacy Park is going to do.
To you. I see you
Shout
working.
out to Mayor Ali.
Shout out to Mayor
She'll
Ali.
be there. We will definitely. She is loving what we're doing, and she wants to support every aspect of what Peoria is doing. So shout out to Mayor Ali. I'll tag her on this, okay?
Indeed, I like.
Shout out.
So
Big
with
shout out.
Yeah.
so with the Legacy part, you got these events. I heard something about live performers have been down there as well, and you done did even music and gave them even a platform for the musicians and the local musicians around here. They didn't been able to show out down at Legacy Park as well.
Oh, definitely. Shout out to YCast and said,
Huh?
shout out my guys.
Show you right.
We and it's again the opportunity for individuals to be able to come down and express who they are. Making a future collaboration with Ryan Lowry, Whisper and Shout, getting him wanting to extend that opportunity in that platform so that he can take Whisper and Shout from where he is to a different setting. Shout out to all the artists that are coming out. Shout out to Reese Boyd. Reese Boyd. She is a grinder, my girl. Shout out to Reese Boyd, who I'm going to collaborate with her, so she'll be able to do battle rap. Shout out to Fee Worthy.
What up, Fee?
Shout out to Fee Worthy. All these individuals, we're opening up this gate. And we're going to, the community is going to benefit. You'll be able to be entertained. You'll be able to collaborate. You'll be able to do all those things, especially on a small business budget, which is key and essential But you'll be able to do all of that at Legacy Park. So
Indeed. If you haven't been, could you give them that address to Legacy Park again?
Legacy Park is at 1507 Adrian G. Hinton. It used to be called First Street. So when it was like the old saying. So they were like, no. When I was telling people like 1507 Adrian G. Hinton, I said First Street. Oh, okay. Now I get it. I get it. You got to drive by. A lot of people say, I was driving by and I didn't know where it was. Okay. We're going to have our sign up. We're going to make sure we have that visible. So, but 1507 Adrian G. Hinton on the south end of Peoria.
Shout out to you, Miss Bryant. You
definitely.
Consistently. So we got Legacy Park. We got the Pitch Black publication. Is it okay for me to mention Trendsetter Magazine?
Oh, forget about it. We forgot about the baby. So get this. I think by far this is going to be my greatest accomplishment. Okay. Trendsetters Magazine, it is just that. Mm-hmm. We want to be able to put out those trendsetters.
Indeed.
I'm talking about kids that are doing it big in the classroom and on the field. Yes. We're talking about people who are those clothing designers. Yeah. We're talking about individuals who are making a difference and blazing a trail in their field and profession.
We got rich
Trendsetter.
Integrity.
Integrity. Oh my goodness.
Beautiful.
I don't even have it here.
I got a copy. I got a copy. I don't know if y'all got one. If you don't, I'm sorry, but I got a copy.
We're talking about Neiman Marcus. Shout out to Mark Supreme. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Yeah. He is a trendsetter. He is one of those individuals.
Rich Fryer.
Yes. Valentine. Oh my goodness. We got some, and I'm working with a few other individuals who are in the process of getting their brand started. Yep. I want to throw a little quick shout out to Big Bottle Boys. Yeah. I don't know. We working on that. Okay. But these are individuals, you need that opportunity and that exposure. Yep. Yes, and I have to say this over and over again, and I tell people all the time, marketing is the key to your business.
Shout out to my little homie too while we on the clothing line. Respect the grind, most definitely.
Oh, definitely. So marketing is the key. You can have the best products in the world. If people can't see it, feel it, touch it, or taste it, it makes no difference.
I'm telling you.
So Trendsetters Magazine is just that we're going to be able to highlight those individuals who are blazing the trail and setting those trends. For shout out to the Nine,
big shout out to the
and
Nine.
What they're doing. Yes. They are really blazing a trail as far as everything that they're doing.
Yeah. Big shout outs to them.
Definitely.
They're not a normal club scene. And
it's not.
That's one spot I do enjoy. And when I do decide to step out, I most definitely check out the Nine. I ain't gonna lie to y'all.
Definitely.
I ain't gonna lie to y'all.
I do. Salute, man. I'm telling you.
I don't, like I said, I don't do much going out, but when I did go up in there, man, it was a beautiful time. Very relaxing, very entertaining.
Yes,
I was cool.
Food is great.
Food was jumping.
Food is
shout out to my guy, man. Hey, you know
man, the Nine is one of those up and coming clubs, and actually, I don't want to even say club. I want to say a lounge.
I want to say
lounge. It's so low key and laid back. But that's what we want to be able to do. You can only do so much as far as, social media, and I understand that. Yeah. So, but Trendsetters is, we want to give the backstory behind what individuals are doing. So we are offering a cover and a centerfold in Trendsetters Magazine and also an article in it. So you find out the history about it. And Trendsetters is not just Peoria. It's not just Midwest. Trendsetters is breaking the boundaries on state borders. We're going to be in St. Louis. Yeah. We're talking about Memphis, Tennessee. We're talking about all of that. And see, I'm from the South.
Yeah, we're going to
when the North meets the South, it's going to be on. So shout out to
fireworks.
Fireworks.
Shout out to Rosedale, Mississippi, South Haven. Oh my goodness. We coming. We are coming. Definitely. But then that's exposure.
Yep. Yes,
we want to be able to make that transition and connect those bridges and connect those dots to different communities, because you buy everything online now.
Yep.
Grocery stores or brick and mortars are going to be gone soon. But so how do you get your information out? That's what Trendsetters is about.
And I'm not gonna lie to you, the hand to hand is still the best at the end of the day, because the way the social media work, and if you understand it, it got those algorithms in there. If I'm saying it correctly, and certain sections just don't get certain information. You know what I mean? You might think you out there pushing and clicking and sharing, but only 30 people seeing it.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So you still got to go out there and put that footwork in. You still got to go out there and, like you said, make it tangible so people can actually taste the food. So yeah, most definitely, you got to put that footwork in, and Trendsetter is one of those spots where that footwork is getting placed.
Oh, definitely. And I'll also tag, because Trendsetters we do have a website, so it's all hand in hand. You know, we are on Facebook. We have our own website, and so the printed publication, we want to re-release it March 2024. Look for Trendsetters. It'll hit the streets then, and then we're gonna do quarterly magazines. And we're just going to get that information out. It is all about promoting small business. It's all about promoting entrepreneurships, because every large corporation that is in existence now started with a dream and an idea.
Indeed.
It started with a dream and an idea, and someone thought enough of themselves and had the support to be able to move forward. So, and that's all, we want to be able to do, is to give people, and there's some young.
Yes.
We got to raise our own. We have to raise our own. We've got to get our kids more encouraged, because what starts in a bedroom or a garage, look at what Facebook did. Facebook started with just a dream in a garage, and look where it is. So, but we've got to be able to support our young kids, teach them things about business and marketing and accounting, and teach them and support them. There you go. And support their creativity. And that's what Trendsetters, we're all about. We want to be able to give individuals that platform to be able to move forward.
To be individuals again.
There you go. There you go.
And that's something we got to stress to our youngins, like, do the things that you love to do. It's okay. You know what I mean? I know it's hard. I see it all the time. Where the kids, they rather blend than be them individuals.
Stand out.
And stand out.
Stand out.
That's why I respect what Miss Patricia's been doing. She's been consistent. She's showing you what consistency can get you. You know what I'm saying? Every seed that you plant don't grow on that same day. Some things grow a little slower, some things grow right away. But you got to stay consistent with that sunlight and a little water and a little love. And I promise you, it's going to blossom at the end of the day. And she's a great example of it right now. She's a great example of it. We ain't done. But I do like to say, so give us some handles, Miss Patricia Bryant. How can people that doesn't know you or ain't following you on social media right now, how do we get in contact with you?
Ooh. First, we've got 2 sites or 2 Facebook pages. Trendsetters, no, I'm sorry. Yeah, there is. Trendsetters Magazine on Facebook, Legacy Park, and The Legacy Park on Facebook.
Indeed.
I'm a little bit behind on my TikTok and my Instagram, but it is out there. Trendsetter. It's like
there's so much of it nowadays, man.
I need a social media, and so if anybody can handle my social media for me, let me know.
Right, tell me about it.
You can also text me, call me, shout out, and here's our phone number: 309-989-7193. You can also find me on Facebook with Patricia Bryant.
Indeed, bless her.
Find me. People will sometimes call me or inbox me and just ask for general questions. Hey, someone gifted me this knowledge, and I'm going to pass it on. I'm not going to hold nothing back. I've had conversations with people 45 minutes to an hour and a half about how to get started. And I have to say this one thing: marketing is the key. I don't care how good your product is. I don't care how well you are liked. You have to be able to get your product and your services out there. Nobody's going to know about it. So find me in a couple different places, and also definitely here.
Hashtag, most definitely right here.
Yes,
right
find
here on Mud Hut Podcast.
There you go. There you go.
Look right here with Ydcast and Mud Hut. and the surrounding team. You know, KOK Boxing. Shout out to Rob Bell, Coach Rob Bell, being on my right as well. And Mud Warriors Training. If anywhere you see me, I'm most definitely connected to her hip now.
We are.
We connected to her hip now. She ain't going nowhere. But we locked in, and it's a beautiful thing. So most definitely. Those handles, get in contact with Miss Bryant. She got an amazing platform for y'all. And like I said, whatever she connected to, I'm connected to now. And shout out to Widecast for giving us this opportunity. Before we go, I want to talk to my brother, though, Mr. Rob Bell.
Yes,
how you
sir.
doing, sir? How you doing,
sir? How you doing? How you doing, my man?
I'm good, man. This is our opportunity. We said we was going to pull this off, brother.
Well, we're doing it.
We most definitely doing it, man.
You know, I'm going to say this, man. Shout out to everybody here in Peoria. First and foremost, that accepted me, you know, from another state, another city, coming in, embracing, and showing me love, and showing me, hey, yeah, brother, we with you.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So
for
to
sure.
have that, I salute to everybody here in Peoria that has something to do with my coming up.
Indeed.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm out here in the communities working. Brother Bang, shout out to you, my brother. You ain't been nothing but solid to me. Since day one, since I met you, and I just met another beautiful person.
Beautiful.
You know what I'm saying? And,
Much love,
and for
much
us to come together and make our dreams come true,
Indeed.
and also help other people's dreams come true.
We doing it.
Oh man, that's so
process.
amazing.
That's what life is. That's that great cycle.
That's what drives me. That's what motivates me, and that's what keep me doing what I'm doing.
Indeed, it most definitely did. Now you slipped up and said you wasn't from here. I don't know if everybody knew that or not. Well, where exactly are you from, Coach Bell?
All right, I'm from Michigan. Born in Pontiac, Michigan. I grew up in Detroit, Michigan.
Yaktown to P-Town, baby.
Yaktown to
Motor
P-Town.
Motor City.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my home team.
Yes, sir.
But I'm somewhere now. I'm new home.
Home,
You know, I've been
Welcome.
here. Thank you. I appreciate y'all being here for 5 years now.
Right. You
been-
drunk enough water, you're Peoria now.
Yeah.
That's what
Ain't
I
enough
heard.
food, right?
That's what I heard.
Yeah, so no, but being here, you know, like I said, just gave me another outlet that made me, you know, look at life different.
There you go.
I had a chance to reset
There you
because
go.
where I was headed, what I was into back home, you know, I thank God I'm still here to this day.
Yeah.
Indeed.
You know, so to come here and change my, let me say this to everybody that's out there listening. When you make a transition, you can't transition and do the same thing.
Most definitely.
That's the key.
That's the
You
key.
have to change up everything that cause harm to your family, yourself, and people that surround you. You cannot deal with the same type of people. You cannot deal with the same things because at the end of the day, you can't mix it. You trying to do right, and you try to do, you doing bad and trying to do right, it don't last.
Yeah.
You know, and I've lost a lot of people in my life because they try to play both sides of the fence. Either it was to death or jail.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? But to be here, to sit here, to be able to talk to you guys and let y'all know I've been there, done that.
Yes, sir.
And I'm trying to see different.
Yes, sir.
So, hey, Peoria, thank y'all. And I promise y'all, I said when I said it, I will bring some world champions.
There you
Right
go.
way.
All right.
Right way.
That's what I'm
And
talking
again,
about.
that was great. That was a great message because, you know, a lot of people don't understand. You know, we keep talking about seeds. We keep talking about the garden because that's life itself. You know what I mean? And everything starts from a dot or a seed, and it has to grow through the dirt and the mud. But sometimes plants doesn't grow the way it's supposed to grow due to where it's planted. Sometimes you just got to dig the whole plant up and put it in a new pot or put it in a new yard. And then it blossoms to where it's supposed to blossom too. So again, you know, shout out to Coach Bell. You know, he overstood. And this is not just him saying it, but it's for the people that's been in similar situations. At times you ought to overstand yourself. He realized that pot his flower was in was stunting his growth. So shout out to Peoria for being a big enough pot to let him blossom to what he needs to be. So P-Town, we got one here. We got one here, P-Town.
Yaktown to
P-Town,
P-Town, baby.
Yaktown to P-Town.
We in here.
It's true, baby. It's true. And I'm most definitely pleased. This is my very first podcast. I mean, y'all don't follow me. I've been moving around. I've been on the radio. I've been trying to keep my face out here for y'all. And I'll let y'all know, man, I'm leading with love, so love shall return. And it's most definitely peace and blessings whenever you hear my voice. My best foot is always going to be forward. So shout out to Widecast for this opportunity. Peoria Martial Arts Forum, Mud Warriors Trainer, KOK Boxing, Rich
building.
Habit Apparels, and the communities we live in.
Yes,
I
shout
love
out to
all
Rich
y'all.
Habits.
You know it.
Definitely.
Shout out to Rich Habits.
Shout out to Rich Habits. Every picture starts with a dot, baby.
That's
It's
it.
up to you to where to draw them lines. Peace and blessings.
Thank you.